To use products that hurt my dog or not to use products that hurt my dog. When it comes to strong, energetic dogs that pull, the popular path to relief usually means pain or discomfort for dogs. But the fastest path to relief actually has nothing to do with pain or force, but everything to do with having the right gear for pulling. My name is Stephen Bonds, and I have 2 strong, energetic pit bulls. I took an oath when I chose to adopt my dogs. I will walk you all the days of your life. And then my wife got pregnant with our first daughter, and she got really, really sick. In a very short period of time, I became responsible for everything around the house, which meant less time for everything around the house, including walking our dogs. Aside from shorter walks, there were days I didn't walk them at all because I was just too exhausted. I knew their physical needs weren't being met, and I wanted to give them the exercise they deserved. But the truth is, my hands were full. On the days I mustered up the energy to walk them, it went like this. After a long work shift, I was low on energy, but they were fully charged. Each time I connected the leash to their harnesses, my dogs ran out the door like horses on a track. The first 15 minutes of every walk felt like I was playing a game of tug of war. But as annoying as it was, deep down, I knew it was because they had a lot of pent-up energy. After pulling me like a weight around the block, they'd be out of breath, tails wagging and panting in the grass. Their happiness would almost make me forget how uncomfortable I was on walks. Almost. Even though I was happy to meet their needs, I was just tired of being jerked around. I needed a tool that protected me from yanks, jolts, and jerks when my dog smelled or saw something interesting. But my wife made me promise one thing. I couldn't use products that hurt them or made them uncomfortable because we both knew they weren't being walked as much as they were used to. As I searched for the perfect force-free pulling solution, all I kept seeing were pinch collars, choke collars, shock collars, slip leads, head harnesses. But there was one major flaw in all of them. They were designed to either hurt my dogs or make them uncomfortable whenever they pulled. And we didn't want to deal with pulling that way. We wanted walks to be an outlet for them, a break like recess is for kids at school. We knew they were bored at home while I was at work. And honestly, there were days I didn't walk them at all. So when we did walk, I wanted them to sniff, explore, and be free, even if that meant letting them pull. So I started thinking to myself, what if there were products created to make pulling comfortable? Then I wouldn't be tempted to use products that made them uncomfortable. I wouldn't have to be the bad guy that sucked all the fun out of their walks. And I'd be able to drain their pent-up energy. I just needed the right gear. Then it hit me. All gear protects you from the bad so you can experience the good. Snow gear keeps you warm in the cold. Rain gear keeps you dry when it's wet. And I was gonna create pulling gear to make pulling comfortable for people with strong, energetic dogs like mine. And I've been successful. I can confidently say that pulling gear gives you so much relief, you'll dare your dog to pull. And with pulling gear, you don't have to get rid of pulling, you just adapt to it. Because when you adapt to pulling, 3 key things happen. You get instant relief, you don't need products that hurt your dog, and you can drain your dog's pent-up energy even when you're short on time. You don't have to put unrealistic expectations on your dog or be a drill sergeant on walks.
Welcome to the house of pain.
You can let your dog sniff and explore like a kid on a playground after being in class all day. And you'll notice, just like they did, when you come back home, your dog will actually be tired afterwards instead of whining because the walk wasn't long enough. You see, when you can allow your dog to pull because it no longer makes you uncomfortable, you're able to give your dog some slack and meet them exactly where they are, especially when circumstances keep you from walking your dog as much as they're used to. Maybe your dog is pulling because you've been working overtime for the holidays, or the weather's been terrible. Maybe you've been sick or moved to a place with no backyard. Maybe your dog's breed is known for having unlimited amounts of energy and you just can't keep up. So if that's you and you want to solve your pulling dilemma in a way that helps you and your dog sleep at night, I'm giving away our best-selling product to people who choose to invest in their own pulling gear today.